Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Does it feel long? It probably does.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge.
Oh, that's what he's
It's like I'm
referring
stealing
to.
the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Now we do things my way. No, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna talk to them and get them pepped, ready to go. I'm not gonna be one of those captains like some of the captains I had in the Navy.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Can we just go through all of these, or what? Saren, be ready for us. Just to start. Saren can't hide from us.
Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Not if we fail.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say, I wonder if those choices actually give any difference, but I got some Paragon points there. So, yeah. What do I do now? Do I talk to Joker to get going, or is there anything that I can look at back here? Well, there's the galaxy map. Presley. Hello. Hello. No? Alright, he's not interested. He's got some codex, too. Oh. Ooh. Citadel. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and is a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. Else you'd be like really floaty when you're over by the embassies. 44 kilometers, 12 kilometer diameter, 13.2 million pop, and really heavy. Okay, zoom out. Oh man. Oh man. Widow. Is that the star? Can I zoom out more? Oh, I have to right click. Okay. Can I click any of these other stars? No. Zoom out more. Serpent Nebula. Oh, there is some other stuff. Hawking Eta. Kepler Verge, I've heard that one before. Armstrong Nebula. There's Pharos in the Attican Beta. Voyager Cluster, Hades Gamma. Oh, that's where the thing on the news happened. Artemis Tau, that's where we're going to be heading. Exodus Cluster, Asteroid X57, Novaria, Pinnacle Station. Is there anything else on this side? Oh, the Citadel is way off over here. Where's Earth? Earth is like out on one of the outer rings. But where? Can I actually go to Earth? That would be kind of cool. Oh, I was going to say if I can zoom out a bit more I wanted to, but I guess it gives me a chance to actually look around a bit before I go anywhere. Oh, that's nothing? Okay. Well, probably all my friends are here on the ship. I can go downstairs and talk to my pals. Is this the elevator? Oh, it's the stairs. It's better exercise anyway. Not that I need for exercise. I've been running all around the place in the Citadel, though it has been 0.3 Gs. Hello? You're not my friends. Kaiden.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for some, personal inputs.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Oh, come on, please. You want to come up to my cabin?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Alright.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
And there's nothing back that way. Isn't there a... Oh, what's this? Shepard's locker. All this stuff come from. This was the medical ward, right? Doctor? Ooh, medical gel. 0, yeah!
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Talk to me. Ooh, personal questions. Isn't this the same stuff that I asked her about before? I don't think she has any new dialogue options.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, I just clipped that out because it was the exact same thing. Nothing back here. There's Ashley and, Rex and Garrus. It's all my buds. Oh, is this my cabin? What's that? Oh, just don't stand on the bed, Shepard. That bed looks kind of small. Could he actually fit on that? Maybe he lays down diagonally. Did that say personal Manuel? Or manual? Where does this go to? Back up or back? Does it go down? It goes down. Okay. Maybe they're down here. Garrus! Hello, friend. You got a big truck here.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have
Working
you.
with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You didn't know that I would be a Spectre.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Can't go Renegade. I gotta say the top option because it's Paragon.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Oh, it's true. It is a tough decision.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Well, let's not get crazy.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Sorry, Garrus, but don't go getting all renegade on me. Mako.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Are you a shop?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Oh, come on, you're my shop.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
So this is the license that I bought at in the wards, which I kind of thought would be like a shop, because I remember it was worded in some way that made it sound like that. Alright, tell me more about these licenses.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Tell me more about these manufacturers.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Okay.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Alright. Show me what you got.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh god, it's so spendy. Only have 3,900. Is there any unique item? Grenade upgrade. What? Increases the max number of grenades. Alright, give me that one. Human armor. Can't I, like, compare it to what I've got? Oh, I can compare. So, it looks to be quite a bit better, actually. Is there another... Oh, there's a level 3 human armor. See, that one is much better. Look at that. 32 and 140. And that one is 16 and 77. Why would I buy that one? Why does it cost so much more? Oh, because that one is heavy. Oh, that's the problem, and I can't wear heavy armor, can I? I think I just do medium? I'll have to check before I buy. Medium armor, Guardian 3. Oh, that one is real spendy. Alright, let's... Oh, that's not the right one. Let's see what can I wear? Just light. Okay. And now it's definitely a downgrade. About, crap, what was it to change to the next person? That just goes back. Oh, is it because there's no one with me right now, so I can't see what they have equipped? Oh my god, plane going over, can you be any louder? Jesus Christ. No, hello? Tolly!
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
This is a special ship.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
See, like I said, this ship is special.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You into ships, baby?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Wow. So, some of their ships are 300 years old and still just being patched. Man.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Interesting. Tell me more about the Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Makes sense being, confined to ships and kind of in close quarters like that. So I remember living on a ship, and I would not want to do it.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Makes sense. I was just about to ask about
In
that.
extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That must be their ruling government or group of people or whatever you would want to call it.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
Okay. Interesting setup.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Interesting civics lesson I'm getting here. What do you know about the Geth?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Alright, let me hear it.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force.
Of course.
Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI.
But
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
And I'm I'm kind of getting some like Stellaris vibes where if you if you research like sentient AIs and you go too far down that line, it does give you a lot of benefits, but at the same time there's a chance of them turning against the entire galaxy and there being this robot menace attacking you. By the way, Stellaris is a great game. If you don't play it, you should try it out.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal.
Now you living on a ship in
The
space.
changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Neural network? What is that? When this game came out, I'm sure that was very unknown among most people, because I don't think So what, 2007? I don't think that kind of research was even really, like, at least not in the like, mass media consciousness.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Interesting.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I don't get it. I wonder if in one of the future games there's going to be a Geth companion, because that would be pretty cool to have this, like, robot boy on your side who, like, gets smarter when he's around other robots.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I'm thinking about the butter passing robot from Rick and Morty now. Your purpose is you pass butter. Oh god.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Would they have necessarily risen up if, you know, instead of just shutting them down, you had considered giving them citizenship or something? Maybe they would have just proudly joined the Quarians and you wouldn't have had this big war. I mean, not necessarily, but with how things went, you wouldn't have had anything to lose the other way.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I don't want to say serves you right, because that might be a little bit mean to her. Did I ask about the pilgrimage yet?
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
they always accept? Yeah, if they say, I don't like this, does that just mean you have to go find another thing, or do you find a different ship to go to?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
So I wonder what kind of thing she's gonna find.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
So I guess that explains why she's wearing that suit, because, I mean, the Volas have to wear them because they breathe ammonia, but she, at least as far as I've heard, the Quarians don't have any of that kind of stipulation. It's just that their immune systems are weak.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Goodbye.
I should go.
See you later.